Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a geography lesson and we are going to be thinking about something we have thought about before, which is human geography and physical geography. Before we get started, I've got a map here and this is a map of South America. South America is not a place that we've actually learned a lot about yet, but we're going to be thinking about South America quite a lot in our topic. So you might know some countries in South America. What I'd like you to do is pause the video. There are actually 23 different countries in South America. I want you to pause the video and have a chat with the people around you. It might be a parent or carer, it might be a brother or sister, or if your parent or carer is doing some work of their own at the moment and maybe they're a bit busy, you can have a think about this yourself. Do you know any countries in South America? I'll be really impressed if you do, because it's not something we've learnt about before. What do you think? Pause the video. In a second, I'm going to show you a list. Okay, you ready? So here we have another map, slightly different one, but it does still show the countries of South America. And you might have heard of some of these places. So above this map, up here, we've got North America. And North America has lots of places you will have heard of. California, Florida, New York. All of these places are in North America. But in Central and South America, there are loads of really interesting countries that we're going to learn about. You might have heard of Brazil. You may have heard of Mexico. That's actually Central America. But there are loads of really cool countries like Costa Rica and Panama and Colombia and Ecuador and Venezuela and Chile. Chile's an amazing, amazing place. Fun fact, I've actually got some family who live in Chile. I've never been there myself, but I do have some distant cousins that live in Chile, so that's a bit random, but really cool. So you might have heard of some of these countries, and there are some beautiful, beautiful islands just off the coast of Central America called the Caribbean Islands. And if you ever win the lottery, I would definitely suggest a holiday to the Caribbean. It's very expensive, but it is beautiful, and the weather is amazing. So there is our introduction. Have a little look at that map. See if you remember any of those countries next time you see a map of South America. Okay, so today we are thinking of physical and human geography. And I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures. And we are going to decide whether the thing in the picture is human geography or physical geography. I'm going to do the first few with you. And then I'm going to give you a bunch to do on your own, and I'm going to ask you to sort them. Okay, so I am going to talk you through some of these pictures. We're going to do some pictures that are in North America. We're going to do North America first, and then we're going to look at some pictures from South America and Central America. So this bridge here is beautiful. I was actually lucky enough to travel to this place a few years ago, and it is stunning. It's called the Golden Gate Bridge. And it should be gold if you ask me, but it's not. It's kind of a rusty red colour, but it's huge. And it is part of the human geography of North America, because human geography is things that are man-made, okay, things that were built by humans. And physical geography is things that are naturally occurring, things that are there because of nature. So the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco is human. Now, if we look at this picture here, we've actually got two things in this picture. The sign itself, this is in Los Angeles in California, beautiful place, beautiful place. Lots of movies are made there. So the sign itself had to be built by a human. You don't just grow a sign out of nothing, do you? So somebody had to climb up there and build that sign. But the hill itself is actually there because of nature. So the sign is human and the hill is physical. Okay, let's move on to some other pictures. So here we have some very famous buildings. These are in the capital of America, of North America, United States, and they are two very famous buildings. In the Capitol building, that's where a lot of the government work goes on. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So making laws and things like that. It's called the Capitol building. And the White House is actually the house where the president lives. So in this country, we have a prime minister, and he lives at number 10 Downing Street. And in America, in North America, the president lives in this beautiful building called the White House in Washington, D.C. D.C. stands for District of Columbia. It's in Northeast America, very, very close to Canada. Beautiful place. So, what do we think? Human or physical? They are both human. Well done if you got those. Okay, let's move on. Going to go quicker this time. So here we have, again, 2 pictures. This is Lake Tahoe. It's on the border of California and Nevada on the west coast of America. Well, not really on the coast. It's kind of closer to the west of America. So if you look at a map, that's on your left-hand side. Okay, so what do we think? Human or physical? Human or physical? They are both physical. These things, the lake here that you can see above me and the volcano, they are both there because of nature. Nobody builds a lake, or well, some people do. They're called reservoirs, but this one is a naturally occurring. Okay, and of course nobody builds volcanoes. They occur because of nature and because of the lava and the rocks and the movement underneath the Earth's crust. Really interesting. We should learn about volcanoes. But they are definitely not man-made. They are built because they are made by nature. So they are physical geography. So let's keep going. I'm going to actually skip this one because I really want to show you this picture. Okay, this is the most amazing place. Above me, it's called the Grand Canyon. And it has got massive rocks. It's a place called Arizona. And you can actually, if you have lots and lots of money, you can hire somebody to fly you over it in a helicopter. I would love to do that, but maybe I'm not sure if I'm brave enough. What do we think? What do we think? Do we think these are human or physical? They are both physical. They are there because of nature. The Grand Canyon in particular looks like somebody's built it. It's so big and so impressive, but it is there because of nature. So rocks can create some beautiful formations, and water and wind over millions and millions of years changes the shape of these rocks. So it really is nature, believe it or not, that caused the Grand Canyon to look the way that it does. Okay, so we've looked at lots of pictures from North America. Now we're going to switch to South America. Okay, so here we go. Here is my map of South America. That I showed you. It's very similar to the one I showed you earlier. It's a bit smaller. And what do we think? Amazon, the river. We're not talking about the forest and the trees. We're talking about the river. Is it there because of nature, or did somebody build it? What do you think? It is physical. It is there because of nature. So it's physical geography. Actually, I tricked you a bit there because the trees are part of the physical geography too. They're there naturally. They are naturally occurring. Okay, let's move on. South America still, remember? Okay, this is Machu Picchu in Brazil. It's like an ancient city, and it's really interesting if you're a historian or a geographer. Lots of people study Machu Picchu in Peru. And this guy over here is called Christ the Redeemer. And it's a statue. There are actually lots of these in South and Central America because it is quite a religious place historically. There are lots of people who are Catholics. There are other religions as well in the area, but they are predominantly, mostly Catholics. So what do we think? What do we think? These are both human geography. They are man-made, okay? Now, obviously, I mean, it would be really cool if nature could build something like that, wouldn't it? And it's a bit tricky because you can see there's lots of hills and trees and they're natural. But actually, the statue itself was built by humans. I would love to know more about this because it's huge. I wonder how they managed to get it all the way to the top of that hill. Maybe they built it in different sections. We'll have to do some research and find out more. And of course, Machu Picchu, the buildings, it looks again like quite natural. It's all brown and made of rocks and things. But if you look really closely, you can see the different buildings and little windows and steps and things. And they were built by humans. They are man-made, okay? So, got a couple more. I'm actually going to skip that one because I've got a really cool picture I want to show you. Hold on, I'm going to skip forward. What do we think? Ooh, let's have a look. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is an amazing, amazing place. It's in Guatemala, in Central America. Pardon me. And it is a huge, huge volcano. And you can see in this picture here that this strange person, it's Mr. Thompson. He went on holiday to Guatemala once, and he told me all about it. And you can see there on his stick, he has got a marshmallow. And he told me that when he went to this volcano, it's called Papaya in Guatemala, the floor is so hot that you can use it to melt a marshmallow. Isn't that cool? You could have like a little barbecue. You could, melt your marshmallows. You could make s'mores. Wouldn't that be amazing? So Mr. Thompson loved that. When he went on his holidays there, he melted marshmallows using just the heat. There's no fire. What do we think? Human geography or physical geography? Well done. It is physical geography. Okay. So I have shown you a bunch of different pictures. Now I'm going to explain your challenge to you. So you have been given a grid that looks like this. It should be sent to you in the post. If you didn't receive it, just let me know and I will email it across to you. So you have got a grid which looks like this. And you've also got a bunch of pictures. You can cut these out yourself. If you are using scissors, be really, really careful. We don't want any injuries, okay? So you are going to cut them out and you are going to decide which square they go into on the grid. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? I'm going to sort out these ones for you. So I'm going to give you some of the answers, but the other ones you're going to do yourself. So the first thing you need to decide is let's start with the Golden Gate Bridge. Firstly, I need to decide, is it in North America or South America? And the Golden Gate Bridge is in North America, so it's going to go in one of these boxes here. Okay, so it's going to go on the left-hand side because it's in North America. Now I need to decide, is it human geography or is it physical geography? Human is man-made, physical is natural, okay? So I know that the bridge was built by humans. It's human geography, so it goes in the human geography box, okay? Now, Yosemite National Park. Well, I know that mountains and hills and trees are built by nature. It has to be physical. Now, the question is it physical in North America or physical in South America? Now, if you can't remember, then you can go back in the video and check it out. But I remember that the answer is North America, okay? So I'm going to put that in that box there. So, Chichen Itza. Okay, I actually skipped past this one in the video just now. But if you're not sure, you can ask a parent or guardian. You can do a little bit of research using Google, okay, and find out where this place is. Or you can look back at the map I showed you at the beginning. Remember, if you are using search engines, boys and girls, you have to ask a parent or carer's permission first, okay? You must remember our e-safety. So, I'm going to help you out though with this one. I know it's man-made, so it is definitely human geography. And I also know that it's in it's in Central America really, but Central and South America, okay? And Guatemala, this is the place where Mr. Thompson roasted his marshmallows, remember? So I know it's in it's in Central America. And I also know that it is nature, it's physical geography. So you are going to be given a bunch of different pictures. You are going to cut them out and you are going to put them into the correct place on your grid. If you have a glue stick at home, you can glue them in the right place. If you don't have a glue stick, please don't worry. Just ask a parent or carer to take a photo on their phone or tablet and they can send that to me on Dojo or via email. And if I have trimmed the sheets that I've sent out to you. So if you are an amazing sticker inner, you can stick this sheet into your book and write the date above it, just like we do in school. I'll be amazed to see how neat your work is. Anyway, that is your challenge for today. Any questions, let me know via Dojo. Good luck, and I'll see you for our next lesson. Bye.